Yeah, I just think this photo really represents pressure in a lot of ways. I feel pressure just from even getting older, just pressure from being a girl in the industry. Hey, my name is Julia Wolf. I'm here with DIFFUS, and I am going to paint my album, Pressure. I definitely need black, and then we need some blue. I do not paint in my free time. I feel like in high school, I used to draw a lot, but the one thing I said I could never do was people. So we're gonna see how today goes. I feel like it is the perfect visual representation of the album and of the word pressure. I think it's difficult to look at, which is something that I personally love when it comes to art. And when I first saw the photo, I thought it was breathtaking. And I think it's just like this girl who's putting herself through this pain to come out on the other side feeling a sense of euphoria. So that's apparently what they say, I don't know. It's not me on the cover. It's a group of people who do body suspension in northern Italy. And I found them and I DM'd them on Instagram. I feel pressure all of the time. I'm a big overthinker, and so I need to really distract myself fully to not feel the pressure. So that's why I'm just so into movies and TV, video games, just anything that forces my brain to think about something else. It's very different from anything I've ever done, this cover. I think I was really just going for something that felt natural and just like a girl in her element doing her own thing. Whereas in the past, I used to do more like collage-y stuff just on my computer. But I felt like I needed to find something that really showed the strain that I feel in my life all the time. I always love any Ethel Cain visual. And so I would say the Willoughby Tucker I'll Always Love You album cover was just so beautiful and simple. And again, a perfect reflection of the album and the music. I think visuals are super important because I myself get obsessed really easily with certain worlds that people build. One of them being Twilight. And I love how you just feel so immediately what the vibe is. And I don't know, I feel like I can connect to something a lot better when I understand the visual world around it. So for me, it's something I think about a lot. So I love horror movies. I have my little Scream tattoo here. I think I grew up in a household that was really into all things scary and gothic. My mom was super into that stuff, and so just since I was a kid, I've kind of gravitated towards that. So I definitely tried to reference it in my music. Shout out Jennifer's Body, it's another song of mine off the album. So for my songwriting, I would say most of my inspiration comes from real life experiences. I tend to not sound so great when I'm like trying to make up a scenario that I haven't lived through. And so that's why I tend to just write what I know. But the movies become a big inspiration when it comes to aesthetics and visuals. That's where the inspo is. I think the inspiration for this album cover just came from the lyrics of the song and the songs on the album, because they're very honest, sometimes difficult to admit. Yeah, I just think this photo really represents pressure in a lot of ways. I feel pressure just from even getting older, just pressure from being a girl in the industry. Like, there's just so many versions of pressure and what it means to me that this photo just like really, wow, this is looking crazy right now. This photo just kind of like sums it all up. Releasing the song with Drake was amazing because I actually didn't feel much pressure when it came to that. I felt very like trusted, and more so that he was feeling inspired by what we were doing and just like wanted to see what would happen if we made a song together. And the whole experience was amazing. It just opened me up to an audience that would never have known I existed otherwise. So when I did my song Iris with Machine Gun Kelly, he pretty much reached out that day because he was a fan of my other song In My Room. And I went to the studio a few hours later. We recorded the song, and then a few days after that, we made the video. He's also been so nice about shouting me out every night. We play a song together during his set. So it's cool that he wants people to know who we are. So playing on stages this big is definitely not something I'm super used to. I think it's interesting to play in front of people who just don't necessarily know me. And so a lot of the time, it can be easy to overthink what's going on. But for the most part, it's just been an amazing experience, and I'm super grateful. My favorite song to perform live has to be In My Room, just because of how far it's come. That song is pretty old. I think a lot of people don't realize that. Just knowing that an older song can have life whenever it's supposed to is something I'm super grateful for. So I love playing that song. It means a lot to me. I'm feeling really bad about my painting. I'm feeling like I could have done better, but the background is like really different from the photo. And that's okay, that's okay. My favorite horror movie cover, it has to be the Scream franchise. Ghostface is just such an iconic mask. It's like either that one or the Insidious covers I think are cool, for sure. I am looking forward to the new Scream. That one might be a tricky question just because the lead girl, I don't think she's in it anymore. Maybe not that one, I don't really know, but oh, the screensaver. I think time is up. It's not getting any better, so it's okay. Wow. Wow, I really don't want to show this. Okay, you ready? This is it. This is my interpretation of my album cover. Try to just look at this part, okay? And just don't look at anything else. This is pressure. I'll give it like a 5 out of 10. Yeah. Oh my gosh, so bad. Okay.